Hello everyone and welcome to the Wolfszeit channel. Today with a very special topic, always special. The new banking system Star Wars announced and no shit, it's looking so good. But first things first, the 150 into the Vault update, and yes, we are all getting old, ladies and gentlemen. So depending on your time zone, 2 days from now on, and we will have an open PTR again. So in this PTR patch will be the latest version of Unreal Engine 5, also client-side performance improvements ranging from 5% to 25%. I guess this number also depends on what is happening around you. They also fixed some very long-standing bugs in the game. The mount underground issue, it's finally fixed that the mounts are bugging underground. Also that the in-game chat is not auto-scrolling to the bottom properly, and that some attributes are affected by rings not being updated without needing to re-equip them. And a fix for the any filter broker not showing any listings. Also reintroducing the fish taskmaster, and the most important one, balance changes for nearly all meal combat abilities. Currently no details on this one. In 2 days we will know. Also 2 new craftable pet armors, it's not said which pet, and over 100 environment art fixes. And Star Wars is wishing us a happy PTR this weekend. Now to our next topic, the quality of life survey results, where all the players were able to submit their most hated bugs and their most annoying stuff about the game and what quality of life do they wish for the game. And Star Wars is saying the results of this quality survey were quite clear. Most people hate it when the pets are bugging in the air or underground. For the quality of life survey results, it was that the banking mechanics were a problem. The town banks, the player-owned territory banks, every bank, even the house chest. And the other quality of life improvement relates to the other world travel, and especially the time and attention required involving of going from A to B or simple traveling while you are dead. This is annoying for a lot of players because they are wasting a lot of time. I mean, the community earlier mentioned something like a timer that they can do house chores while waiting for the timer to tick down. I mean, I could at least do some house chores instead of ghosting, because ghosting is, like Gordon Ramsay would describe it, very bland. Anyway, short disclaimer before I'm showing you the new banking system. Short disclaimer from Star Wars here. Disclaimer, it is important to know that the following section of the post comes with no guarantee that dimension changes will make it into the game with any specific time frame or update schedule. Until they are confirmed to be part of the coming update, this mention of them serves only to inform the community what our plans are and what some of these things are that we have been working on. Ladies and gentlemen, Star Wars came up with a brilliant idea for an inventory system or for a banking system, and it's the killer. Will save so much time for so many players. First off, the capacity will be 1000 items, and everything will be divided up in categories. So you just go to your bank, right click your item, and it's automatically sorted in there in the right thing. And with this arrow here, you can also sub-filter. What is subcategories? This is just a mock-up. It's not finished. It's not programmed yet. It's just a mock-up, a design mock-up of Star Vault, of asking the community if that system is suiting. And here comes the awesome benefit from such a system. If you're playing a mage and you're getting killed and you want to re-equip yourself, you often need like 20 different ingredients. Same for the fighters. All your armor pieces, all the equipment you need, all the extra equipment you need, like potions, bandages, dial, whatever for your horse, an armor. Star Wars explicitly mentioned a one-click equipment button, or at least a one-click and directly in the inventory button. Just for an example, so you can maybe make presets on your bank, or just having an option to just equip yourself very, very fast. And they are asking for your feedback. The link for Star Wars community forum is down in the description. And for all the PvP players, they are also asking for the combat abilities. Also on the turn caps, and if the adrenaline is maybe charging too much. And they are explicitly asking about every weapon type. So to my little additions I had just by looking at the mockup, if I may as further web developer, a text search would be awesome to search for items. And when I'm closing the banker and I'm reopening the banker, then it would be nice when the stuff I last clicked on is still selected. I'm sorry for the Star Wars developers, but my web developer brain kicks in. I know web development is something completely different. When I saw this window, I instantly thought of, oh, I hope it's resizable, that I can make it a little bit wider, because I know some banks are full of stuff. But I think it's an awesome idea to organize and to save player time, just to save player time, and I think such an inventory system would be so good. And now to the current banking issues. So Star Wars also want to fix various banking related issues alongside with this overhaul, such as being able to split items out of house chests. As this issue in particular was strongly mentioned in the recent quality survey, fixing this issue would require a deceptively large rebuild of some of the core item handling logic. And so we can't guarantee it would make the cut as part of this. although we would certainly love to do it. And huge respect to Star Wars that they are openly saying stuff like that. And I also have a fix for your problem there. When you're using the new UI logic with the banks and stuff, you could also use the same UI for the chests. I mean, just an idea, but I don't know if that works. That could be a completely different plugin code-wise. That maybe it's not work. I don't know. But then you don't need to fix the bug with the chest. Or maybe then there are more bugs. I don't know. And Star Wars has not forgotten the war and siege changes. So the previously mentioned and planned changes to wars and sieging are still being worked on. And you can read more on our plans in the previous development update. It's also linked down in the description. I've also made a video particularly about this. It's linked down in the description. So please let me know in the comments, what do you think about the new banking system? Do you like the new changes? Do you think it's a little bit skeptical? But when we look at other games, of course, they're having a other nature. For example, Guild Wars 2. Account-wide material storage, but auto-deposit on crafting materials into a special tab, for example. Also a search bar, sorting filters and stuff like that. World of Warcraft, the retail version. Personal bank, Regent bank, guild banks. And it having sorting and search functions, also auto-sort to item type. Or Black Desert. Very advanced system, because you can bank your items and you can directly sell them from your bank to the broker. You don't need to unbank them and go to the broker and stuff. But there, the storage system is not so advanced like Star Wars showed here with their mockup. But of course, we are in Mortal Online, we are not EVE Online, so technically in EVE there's no bank. There are item hangers, corporate hangers, and very advanced unlimited sorting options, search, filters, containers, full API integration with spreadsheets that you can export that to third-party tools and rearrange your items on a Excel table. Imagine that. But there are many MMORPGs out there which have no advanced banking system, and when you once used an advanced banking system, you don't want to use a normal banking system again. But yeah, it also very depends on the game. But for Mortal, I think it's awesome because it takes away the time the player is not actively doing stuff, just sorting his items. And this takes time, and just finding stuff is just annoying and takes time. Same like the broker improvement. It's so good that Star Wars improved the broker. I think there's no one out there who can hate the current broker, because the old one was very crappy in comparison. And I guess it will be the same with the inventory system and with the ghost travel, especially the ghost travel. Because oftentimes you're sitting half an hour in front of your screen, or an hour to ghost from A to B. And in the end, you're thinking to yourself, hey, when Star Wars would give me at least a timer, then I don't know, I could use that time to make myself a sandwich. I don't know. I know there are people out there who are saying, oh, you need to respect player time, Star Wars and stuff. Star Wars is respecting our player time. That is why they are really listening to all of us. This is why they are making all these surveys and asking for your feedback. This is why this link is in the description, by the way. And I'm really hoping that more people will fill out that stuff. I mean, would be awesome. Would be awesome. Anyway, please leave a like and subscribe. Would be really awesome if you want to stay up to date. And it's so awesome that every one of you helps. So yeah, thank you all. And also special thanks to all of the supporters, of course. Carmel, Lucariums, Minerva, Dem, Tired, Ronus, Paternax, Clombolog, and all the others, of course. And yeah, never forget to look in the description hard. I mean party hard. And see you all next time. Goodbye.